Well, 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 welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
I think he's in. Oh, what? I hear things. Yes.
Yes, we hear things now.
I hear you. We
Go
hear
back.
you.
Yes. Oh, he was. Oh, I'm hearing the. I'm hearing what you're talking about now. It is not a clear microphone tonight.
Mm-mm. And you know whose fault that is.
Okay, maybe if I just move it farther away.
That's what we were trying to
There.
do.
We'll go with that. All right, I think we're good.
Sounds better. Just don't raise your voice.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. A few minutes late. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Now I miss the silence, he says. Well, we can go back to the hand signals.
Then go get a cane and act like Charlie Chaplin.
All you architects of fate, we're so happy to have you. For those that got to stick around here through the technical difficulties, and for those that are just joining us, we are tonight playing Conan, Adventures in an Age Undreamed by Modifius Entertainment. It is really distracting, that attenuation that you're talking about, because I'm trying to listen to myself over here, and it's going crazy every time I get excited. Adventures in an Age Undreamed by Modifius Entertainment. We've got a great cast and crew with us tonight. Our moderator man behind the scenes, Nat. We have Zhang, who is currently AFK. There he is! Hi, Zhang! That is our emissary from far off Katai.
Oh, wait, he's over here.
Let me turn that down. Now it's distracting me. We have Abertak, the deadly and dangerous witch hunter. We have Xenia, the mercenary queen. We have Thornicius, the rugged wilderness man and ranger of the wastes.
Jazz hands, everybody!
Jazz hands. And the words are hard. We also have Verai, our shadowy assassin. And finally, wah, wah. And finally, I will be playing the part of Crom, your GM, the god who cares not for your worries. We find ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, deep inside a snake and serpentine labyrinthine cave, having been under here for hours and killing several serpents so far. And Verai, who had gone on ahead and was lost, suddenly walks back to the party. Oh, hey, look, there he is. And in front of you, there's a whole bunch of snakes, like 6 snakes and 2 mutant beastie giant snake things in front of you. Now, we might want to catch Verai and our audience up on exactly what happened to get us in this precarious situation. You know, this is the part where the record scratch. Now you might be wondering how the boys found themselves in this situation.
So we went it that way, 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 and there's this and that and that and that.
First off, do not go down that tunnel. But also, it feels like I've been lost for 3 weeks, and it's only been a few hours apparently. Time moves different when you're feeling around in the dark.
Yeah, 20 seconds can feel like 45 minutes. You never know.
Says me.
That's about the length of time of a Rifts combat. 20 seconds that takes 45 minutes.
Yes. Anywho, we were down in the catacombs of this, whatever it is. We're not even sure what it is. Was a cave. Now it's a catacomb. We're marking our choices as to where we're going with arrows, and X's if we find a deadfall or a blockage that we can't get past. we're trying to move upwards towards the surface, hopefully trying to find our way out. And as we do, we keep coming across nests of serpents. And now we are at a nest of serpents with serpent mutants that we just stumbled upon as we stumbled over you, Vera.
So here we have the party having come down a tunnel. There's a little widening. And in front of you, you see 6 serpents. You've killed multiple serpents so far, but you have never seen this mutant serpent. When I say a mutant serpent, I don't just mean like it's a big buff serpent. I mean like there are boils on it. It's about 7 times larger than a regular snake. It's misshapen, like maybe arms are starting to grow out of it in places. But it is still very mobile, very fast, and very aware of your presence. I should say they, because there's 2 of them.
And pinto beans.
Well, I step back into the shadows because I don't want to be the main target. I find cover.
There is no shadows.
There's got to be shadows. It's a cave.
There are torches.
Yeah. Well, torches mean shadows.
That will help you though.
Really?
If the party's planning on making some snake foo, the party does get to go first because the heroes always go first.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Unless I spend enough doom to make it an ambush. Tice the Betrayer, good to have you.
My hero.
I need a hero.
Anyway, I go. I'm gonna do this dual sword attack.
How about we let somebody else go first to get you a couple points of momentum? That way you can get your extra attacks.
There you go.
Well,
If I remember correctly, I was waving a torch at them to intimidate them away from us and prevent them from attacking.
Yes, they
Small.
did seem to be scared of the fire. It did seem to somewhat keep the little snakes at bay.
This is a big snake. Everything is afraid of fire.
and the root.
As the 2 mutant snakes begin to rise up, kind of like a cobra. One of them even has like half of the cobra hood, sort of, just on one side though. And as they start to lift up to look at you, and you hear a hissing and a rattling and whatever these mutant snake sounds might be, as it lifts up to be over 8 feet tall off the ground. And I don't mean like 8 feet end to end. I mean just the part that's lifting up, that front bit, is 8 feet up in the air.
Which means 2/3 of it are still on the ground, usually, about.
So, party, what do you do? Somebody? Anybody? I don't know.
Well, I
you're
said
going to lose momentum here. They're going to get to go first.
Yeah, I moved back into cover.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if that is a minor
The archer
action.
bravely runs away.
Fine, I'll pull a sword.
There we go.
I'll go ahead and attack him with a hammer.
So whoever's going, oh, okay. It's going to be a slash redeem, and they're not slash redeem, exclamation mark redeem, and then that.
I already
But they are underground in a cave, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to do bad cave weather, but I'm sure I can figure something
we'll
out.
just drown. It'll be great.
A fitting end for our
I
band of
miss.
heroes. We drowned in a cave.
So Verai makes it back to the group, is like, oh, guys, there's snakes there. Man, I've been gone forever.
Let's kill nothing in a minute. Let's do this.
I think
was him, not me.
Verai's eyes are still adjusting to the darkness, maybe.
That wasn't me. That was him.
That was me.
Oh, that was Abertac.
Yeah, I whiffed.
Abertac goes, boys, I got this.
It's not a witch, so I have trouble hitting it.
Right. There's no titties on the witch for you to chop off.
Or the snake.
It's a snake.
I whisper in Abertac's ear from
There are
behind.
no snitties.
Pretend the hood is a titty.
Is that a clitoris joke?
No. The snake hood. The half hooded. Oh, Jesus. Never mind. Just swing.
I did. I missed.
Verai.
I'll swing again.
Is that one success? What are you swinging at? The little snakes or the big snakes?
I'm swinging at a big little snake.
A big snake.
Sure, a belittle snake.
A belittle
big-
snake.
Whichever one. Whoever.
You
I'll
belittle
swing at a
that
big snake.
shitty snake.
I'm probably not going to make any damage to a big snake, but I'll swing at a big snake. I've got the two-handed Doomslayer, so we'll see what I do.
All right, so that's one success on your attack roll.
Yep.
Okay. It is able to knock you away before your swing can actually impact it with its tail, slapping you and the weapon away into the wall before the attack actually connects.
Aside from the sugar that's on top of it, there's no sugar in there.
Zhang?
I'm going to keep the smaller snakes at bay with my torches.
All right, roll me a mental attack roll. And for every effect, basically.
Slash R, right? Not R slash.
/R or /roll. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing this for a year and a half, and we're still learning Roll20. And I'm not even joking about that.
Well, I can never remember which one you
I'm not even
has
allowed
two
to touch
successes, by
rolls.
the way.
Oh.
I never remember if it's /R or R slash.
It's /R.
All right.
Roll.
Roll a damage roll with the torch as you're swinging and scaring them all off.
That's what, 8d6, if I remember correctly?
You're going to make me look at your sheet. You get 3 bonus presence damage, and then I think you had something else that gives a bonus presence damage. Damage
Yep.
bonus on mental attacks increased by 1.
4 plus 3 is fine.
So yeah, I think that's a 5 dice 6.
Okay.
Two effects there. Of the 6 snakes, you managed to.
I can re-roll 3 of those.
Oh, I'll re-roll then.
I can re-roll the 3 ones.
Go for it.
Weren't they all? Never mind.
2 more.
4 effects.
Nice.
The
We
effects
have-
are what I'm going for.
We have 4 effects. Of these 6 snakes, 4 of them are definitively scared and not taking part in the fight this round. They're scared of fire. Fire! So, Thornicius, you just walking backwards still?
Do I get an action if I did that? If I took cover?
Well, let me understand what you're trying to do.
It's a
You're just
movement action.
getting behind the party.
Pretty much, I'm taking cover. Yeah, behind a rock, behind whoever.
Well, as we've described the cave, it's unnaturally smooth. There's some
Like
debris, but the cave itself is unnaturally smooth. The walls of this are relatively straight and unnaturally smooth. They don't appear to be worked, but smoothed over time by something.
Gotcha. Okay, so no,
I
no real
see.
place to. So I just stepped back into the shadows then, basically, so that I allow more of our melee people to get up front, and then I can shoot from the back. There you go.
You're gonna have to touch the keyboard.
No! 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 I'm sorry, I took your line, didn't I?
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, in case you don't know, he is cursed on the keyboard. He's not allowed
Yes.
to touch it because he rolls nothing but crit failures. Although the last couple sessions we've had a ton of crit failures even when he wasn't on the keyboard. So I don't know. I think he maybe transferred the curse.
Oh, hush.
Oh, hush.
It is now airborne. You need a space between that. There you
The space between.
Oh.
go. No, that's
Oh, that's
good.
right,
That's
that's right,
good.
That's three
Different thing.
successes. Are you shooting at the little snakes or the big snakes?
Big snakes. Big snakes.
Big snakes, huh?
Hail of arrows.
Okay. Well, I mean, you didn't call a hail of arrows or anything before you rolled. You really need to call those things before you roll dice.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So just one of them.
All right, but that would be 3 successes. They're large. You only need 1.
Can
So
I
you
spend
generate
1?
2 points of momentum for the party.
Oh,
and
can I
roll
spend
damage
one
for
to
me.
do damage? Do extra damage?
You do damage.
You know, can I
Oh, do you want to spend those momentum points as damage?
one momentum?
Okay.
Yeah.
1 momentum for extra damage. Got it.
So what do you do? 8?
8 d20. Yep.
No, 8d6.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Hungry for
I
calamari.
wish.
That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage. 1, 2, 3,
effects.
4 of them effects. What are the effects on your bow? They better not
Piercing.
be piercing. It is piercing. Finally made piercing. Dag nabbit. You just, I mean,
Bronfins, Doom, Snake, don't die.
that's 11 points of damage.
Yeah, but remember, Crom, you don't care.
Hey, that's true. That's true. With an entire pelt of arrows going into the snake, Thornicius is able to drop one of the snakes by arrows going straight into its forehead.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Freaking armor-piercing bull hockey. Zinnia, now it's your turn, and we even have that extra point of momentum for you.
Oh, Xenia.
As to remind everybody, Verai, swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Abertek, swing and a miss. Well, more like a swing and a I got knocked aside.
No, I
That
got
was the other way
swing and
around.
knocked to the side. He swung and missed.
Yes.
It's got to be your
And-
butcher.
And then Thornicius, thunk, 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 thunk. Got one.
I mean, we cleared the way for it.
Yeah. Totally.
We softened it up.
It's a
Uh-huh.
team effort.
He
It's a team
distracted it. Distracted it.
Yes. Yeah.
As a unit, we made that kill.
Yes.
You're a
Suck
unit?
my unit.
There's 1, 2, 3 others for you to get in line with. Sorry.
So, Zinnia, you are attacking with your weaponsy?
Both of my
Weaponsies.
weaponsies.
All right, roll your first attack roll, please.
Roll that beautiful footage.
Roll that beautiful stabby footage. That is, let's see, a 12. Your melee is a 13. Oh, your melee is a 12. That's one success, which is all you need. Are you attacking the big snakes or the little snakes?
Big stick.
The big snake. Well, the big snake is going to try to knock your one success away with its tail. And it does not succeed at knocking your one success away with its tail. Damn it. Ooh. Lucky brat. I mean, roll damage.
Prom, you sound suspiciously like you care. You can re-roll that for.
Yes, good devil. That is exactly how I feel. It's not 1d6. I believe you do 5d6.
Yeah, I did the 5d6 and then I re-rolled the 4.
Ah, that makes sense. I should read the whole rolling thing before I just start jumping into stuff. Sorry, I'm not all with it today, as you might be able to tell. I'm running on adrenaline here. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage. 2 of them being effects, so piercing, which is not all of the armor of its toughened hide, though. But you still deal 5 points of damage to that big-ass snake on your first strike, which is enough to give it an injury. But unlike the little snakes, this one's tough. Would you like to use the point of momentum and get your second attack?
I was just getting ready to ask, did I have to say it before or now? Yes.
Roll your attack. Roll, please.
Is his name Sheila? Sheila
Mark. Oh, that's 2 successes. I'm assuming on the big guy again.
Yep.
He is again going to try to death roll away from you. And he successfully death rolls away from your second attack. Barely. You knocked some scales off, but you were unable to quite get that second stab in there as it does a sort of weird roll wrap around thing over into the other rocks and kind of flips the now deceased snake at you as a distraction.
Rude.
Which then makes it their turn. So I'm going to go with the little snake first.
Sus.
Of the 6 little snakes, only 2 of them are being involved in the fight, so only 2 die 20 on the attack roll. But before I do that, roll 1d5 to see who it hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Xenia!
Yes.
You are getting attacked by the 2 little snakes.
No.
With a 1 success, you get a free parry, though, because of all of your parrying skills that you have. If you get 1 success or more, you will parry that little snake as it comes jumping at you. You got 2 points of parry, generating the party a point of momentum. These snakes come writhing at you, and you're like, fuck that noise. However, the big snake that you hath injured decides to go for Verai.
Well, will she choose Verai or Mac?
Oh, Verai, that's unfortunate. There are 3 successes as this guy tries to bite you.
Yikes.
Well, I am going to try to Pantherish reflexes my way out of that shit. Pantherish twist, my bad. Acrobatics.
As this big old snake comes swirling and curling and writhing in at you, rising up above, opening and unhinging its jaw to bite and swallow you whole. And
Wait, pause.
has 3 successes.
I know. Give me a second. Yeah.
Burn of fortune. Burn 2 fortunes.
Just one success.
All right, I'm going to use a defend action. Try to interpose my between him.
Did you already have your action?
It's a reaction. Sorry, I said action. It's a reaction.
Okay, so that's going to give me a point of doom, I guess.
I think my first one's free. I don't have the parrying thing, but I do have deflection, this talent. So I reduce the doom added by 1 to a minimum of 0.
All right. Well, you roll that as this snake comes down, and Verai is like, oh, Verai is still reeling from the first swing around, and then looks up and sees a snake coming down.
Don't tell me. Oh, no. No. Oh, no.
It's 2 successes.
2 successes does not beat 3 successes.
But you got 1, right? Isn't that how that works?
I don't think so. I think you need to beat their attack roll separately.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So, giant snake of doom thing coming after. Doomslayer down! Doomslayer down, he says. Not 5 dice 60. 5 dice 60. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. Only 1 effect, so unfortunately, 1 piercing, 1 toxic. That toxic point of damage will last for 1 round.
And Bill, you're doing an echo again.
Yeah. Hop back out and back in again, Bill. Sorry, you're echoing.
Okay.
I have 3 points of what's it call it, right? Armor soak.
3 points of armor soak. Yes. Oh, and it actually is the Doomslayer armor. Yep. So the 3 points of armor soak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I believe that was a Christmas present from somebody last year.
From Goliath. I believe. So of the 5 points of damage, you reduce by 2, so you take 3 points of damage. And the next turn, you will take 1 more as the toxins from this inside of this thing are poisoning into you. As it bites down hard, but is not able to actually swallow you, thanks to the valiant efforts of your friend Abertac the Witch Hunter, bravely pulling you out of its mouth.
I'd like to thank the Academy and also Abertac and also the gifter of my armor for this small victory in staying alive.
Staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 staying alive.
Maybe we should turn the volume back down.
I hope that didn't echo.
It is now the party's turn again. Party
Audio
gets to go.
went out again in the channel, and they're thankful.
All right. Well,
So who's going first?
anybody mind if I go first?
Sure, unless Zinnia wants to finish this guy off now that she's already damaged it and it stabbed his friend and it bit down her friend.
Sure.
Yeah.
Revenge time.
Knock it.
Stabby Doom! Nobody bites my friends but me!
That's right.
Nobody bites my friend.
What he said. Woohoo!
All right, that's 2 successes, which is technically 1 more than you need, but it is going to once again try to knock your weapons away. And it has 1 success versus your 2 success, so you don't generate momentum, but you do still stabby. Ooh, that damage roll is not good.
Reroll.
That damage roll is not good. Do you get to re-roll some melees?
I think
You may re-roll a number of damage dice equal to your melee talents, and you have 3 melee talents. So let's re-roll 3 of those 4 bad numbers. Much better. So 2 4 points of damage, 2 of it piercing. So you deal 2 more points of damage to the large mutated snaky monster. Would you like to spend the point of momentum and get a second stabby attack to try to just bring it in and just...
Yep.
Do it. Roll your attack roll. That is a 1 success and a complication.
Oh, not Tashi.
I know
ever again.
I know.
So unfortunately,
I yelled at for that.
not only does it knock the weapon away from being able to stab it, it knocks the weapon away from you entirely. One of your fancy special paired silver blades is now missing as it wraps it up with the tip of its tail and flips it out to the other side of the room.
Rude.
Dude, that's
He didn't have to get so
wrong.
upset with me.
Now it's my turn.
That's right.
Okay.
Finish him.
I'm gonna marksmanship and call this shot. I'm putting one in its eyeball.
Yeah, but you've gotta
Marksmanship
touch the
called
keyboard.
shot.
And I am spending a point of fortune.
You gotta call that before you roll.
I didn't roll, she did.
That was me fault.
Do you have anything of a reroll for your range ones?
1 success does hit, though.
Okay.
So roll for damage.
7.
It doesn't have an ability to make a defend action against ranged attacks.
Reroll those 4. I know I have at least 4 ranged.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage.
Wait.
4 of it piercing. You don't need to re-roll anything because you got 4 piercing, which negates its 4 armored hide, which is a ridiculously strong hide, by the way. And dealing enough damage, barely, on top of what Xenia has already dealt to it, to put it down for good. As the snack falls. There are still 6 little snakes, though.
Oh, I will squish one.
Abertac says, "Step aside, friends. I got this."
I don't know if I'm that brave about it, but
Slowly smashing. Wow. Okay. That's 2 successes. Generating the party a point of momentum because you only need 1 to hit this little swarm of snakes.
why did it have to be snakes?
And you do X amount of right? Why did it have to be snakes? 3 points of damage, 2 of them effects.
And I'll re-roll 3 of those.
3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage, 3 of them effects. What's the effect?
Vicious.
Vicious. Is it vicious 2?
2.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage. Is that what I'm getting?
Yep, I make snake paste.
Yeah, so he swings down a nice overhanded blow right onto the little swarm of snakes, and 2 of the snakes just turn to goo. Like, Thornicius, you're hiding in the back line, and the goo still splatters you. We're talking Gallagher hitting a watermelon here. Splat! And if any of you don't know who Gallagher hitting a watermelon is, I just proved my age because he was a comic from a way back when whose whole shtick was taking a hammer and smashing watermelons.
Even you
That
were
was
a
the
kid
old
then, so
shtick.
you're
It
not
was
that
just
old.
the biggest draw.
So yeah, he just Gallaghered 2 of the snakes. Who's left there? Verai?
Mission successful.
There are still 4 snakes.
Oh yeah. So do I have to pick up Doomslayer or?
You didn't lose your weapon. You didn't have a complication. You didn't lose your weapon. It was just you were just deflected away from hitting it.
Fine. In that case, I'm going to swing at a snakeling.
Swingity swingity snake!
Maybe longer.
One success, which is all you need for these little guys. Oh no, that might actually be 2 successes. Is that
No.
2? What's your melee? 14. That's 2 successes.
Oh,
You generate a point of momentum for the party.
Yay!
Roll damage
Roll damage.
with the Doomslayer greatsword, as he's wearing the Doomslayer armor.
Hey, they were very, very nice to me. So 7 dice?
Yes, 7 dice 6 of damage. It's 7 dice 6 with vicious 1. What was intense? I don't remember what intense was.
6. Not 7d20. 7.
No, not 70-20. What was
Can we roll a couple of those? I don't know how many of them. Let me look.
1 per melee ability you have.
I can re-roll 3 of them.
Stress and harm, treatment, withdrawal, refend, protect. I need to look into that.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, I did the.
Oh,
Okay. Drop item. Where is intense? I need to know what intense is.
Intense 1, vicious 1.
What does intense do, though? Do you remember?
It just stares at it awkwardly and deals an extra point of damage.
One of these days, I will learn this book better. Petty enchantments. Here we go. I'm on the right
intense
page.
attacks are designed to inflict massive harm on a target, incapacitating them far more swiftly. If an intense attack inflicts 1 or more harms upon the target, it inflicts 1 additional harm unless the user is named Vera.
Okay. Wow. All right. So how much damage did you do?
A
Are
lot.
we frozen in channel? No, I don't think. No, we're good on channel. It's not frozen for me.
Okay.
So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage with vicious 1 brings that up to 8 points of damage. So that is 1 injury, 3 points of damage, and another injury. And another injury because you have intense and 2 effects. So that's not right. I think you just get 1 if you have intense. It's just 1 extra if you have any effects. But yeah, that is 2 more snakes. The heads are just separated from their snaky bodies. There are still, however, 2 snakes remaining. Zhang, would you care to finish off the last 2 snakes with some claw action?
How about I hit them with the torch?
Or
Burn them
smash
to
them with a
death.
torch?
Let's give it a shot.
Oh!
One success.
I might actually hit.
1 success is fine.
Hey, I actually hit. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Damage is how much?
I think a torch is 3 dice 6 base. I think a torch is 3 dice 6 base.
So I got 46 to roll. Got it.
Yep, 4 dice 6. One, 2, 3 points of damage combined to the 2 points of damage that Verai had already done. That brings us up to another dead snack. There is 1 snack left.
I might actually get another roll for the damage dice. Yep, I can roll that.
Reroll that 3.
again.
Yeah,
Yep.
all right. 2 more
For 2
points of
damage.
damage. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2 mutant snakes and the 6 not-so-mutant snakes have now been turned to paste. And pieces and bits and bobs and scales and the rest of it.
And dinner. I ate 2 of them.
And dinner as he starts peeling back some of the skin with a knife and taking the meats out. Are you going to do that to the
The mutant
mutanty
one,
snakes?
And
Or
then it
just the little
bang, and I'm
snake?
like, that doesn't seem like a great idea.
I'm not eating the mutant one.
Yeah, but they could be infected with whatever it has. You know, it's covered in boils and shit. It's like cancerous. I wouldn't.
Are you taking the meat from the little snakes, the big snakes, or both?
The little snakes. The big ones are.
Little snakes.
No.
Okay.
I'm pulling the fangs out of the big
They're
ones.
covered in cancers, and your concern is they're too
Stole my
human.
idea. I figured we could make a good hidden toxic
So?
dagger out of one of those fangs.
Yeah, you can have 2, and I'll take 2. I mean, there's 2 of them,
Deal.
I want to take their hide off and make armor out of it.
and Zinnia gets a new handbag.
I need a new pair of snakeskin boots.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Snakeskin boots. I like that.
With an armor value of 4, I would say we should make her into like a snakeskin bikini armor.
So, if you really do want to start attempting to skin those large mutant snakes, it is going to take quite a bit of time in order to do it properly, to shred it apart, to find the pieces that would make it large enough. There's going to be some crafting rolls required, but it means that you're going to be standing right here at this spot in the cave for a decent period of time as you field dress these snakes.
I don't have the skill to do that.
She says no thanks.
Okay.
Can we still? How much time do we need to remove the fangs?
I would say removing the fangs would just be a survival skill.
Yeah, it's like popping any joint, like stick a sword point down in the joint, twist it. And pop
I
it.
would allow a survival to remove the fangs.
Just one?
Yep, 1 person rolls.
Let me help. Can I help him?
Well, we'll each have to roll for both trying to get fangs out of each of the mouths, right?
Yeah, but we can help each other, and that way makes it better for us both.
1 person rolls 2d20, 1 person rolls 1d20. Results
do
are combined.
Okay. I will roll 2, you roll 1, and then we'll flip flop.
I just had an ad from the
I'll-
other group, so hold on. My
I'll
assistant.
stand back and just point at the things and say, you should probably cut that bit over there.
Today, aren't you?
Help! 1d20 help!
Verai does not successfully pull the fangs out.
I'm getting help. Hang on. 1d20. Assist. Nope. We all fail.
So sorry.
So instead of pulling the fangs out, Verai basically tries to get them out and ends up shattering them instead.
So
Sorry.
can my leadership guidance allow them to re-roll the 20?
You weren't in assistance on that.
Okay, yeah.
Assist with the other one.
No, that is your roll.
Point
That
to
was your
telling
roll.
them where to go.
Oh, we don't have to reroll for the other one. We just shattered all of them at once.
Basically, I was going with however many successes you got is how many fangs you successfully pulled out.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, they wouldn't have actually been poisonous without the venom sacs. They basically were just creamy.
And hollow.
It's fine. I have enough cool toys anyway.
All right, so back to the map. So you came from behind you, obviously. In
Yeah,
front
we
of
did.
you, on the far end of this enlarged area, the path continues straight, but there is also another passage, slightly smaller. It goes at a 90-degree turn to the left.
We need to take a moment, though, while we were doing that. Zinnia needs to go retrieve her sword.
Okay, yep, good call. Good call for declaring that. I would have allowed it, but I appreciate you noting it.
Yeah.
So, party takes a breather, I'm assuming. Vera, your kind of points of damage. We take a short rest, you get your points back because none of them were
It
proper
did not come
wounds.
out.
Does the party go forward, left, or backwards?
So we came from behind.
Yeah,
We
huh? Yeah, huh?
We could go forward, or we could take the tighter passage to the left.
I always go for the tighter passage.
So is the party going left down this passage?
Personal preference. I'm just saying.
Let's just go forward.
I just got a wow from the other room.
So one person votes forward, one person votes left.
Wait a second. We got to get this together. Like, we can't
Are
tag.
we-
Still doing bad weather.
Party?
all go in
Zane
one
says
hole.
go forward,
One
Thernicia says go left.
Are we still doing bad weather?
I don't think the bad weather actually got officially redeemed.
Sure did.
Yet.
Nope, there wasn't an actual redeem on bad weather.
Ah, okay.
No. I mean, Vera got slobbered on by a snake. That could be bad weather.
I mean, but what's new?
That's a Tuesday night for me.
Speaking of bad weather, you feel a
Innuendos just keep coming.
slight rush of air from behind you as a small trickle of water begins to come down the passage.
Okay, which one goes up? Which one faces?
The water is coming from behind you.
Yeah, I know, but the one in front of us, which one goes up?
It's filling up. It's going towards both passages.
I would say the bigger, wider passage is probably the safer one at this point.
Safer way, yeah. Although it could get tighter at the end. Who knows?
Don't they all?
Sometimes you hit the wall at the back and then you got to turn around.
All right. Are we splitting the party or are we all going down one path?
Let's go together.
Okay, then let's go down the bigger, wider path.
You're going straight.
Most of us.
Gaily
Okay.
forward.
The party moves forward into the larger of the two paths. As you continue forward for several hundred feet, a few minutes of forward direction goes, and you come to a suspiciously flat wall, dead ending the passage.
Hmm.
Oh,
Told you we should have gone down the tighter passage.
Now, hold on now. This may be a falsehood. You know, this is an unusually formed cave. So let's all look around and see what we see. Maybe there's a trigger.
All right, I'll grope around in the dark.
So somebody roll me observation. Honk, honk. I mean, somebody roll me observation.
Sorry, Zenya, it's dark.
No worries. You just
She's
go.
still depleted. Don't worry. Very
no, 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 no. Then he hears, that wasn't her.
Oh.
Was that good?
Yes.
How do I-
Did you just roll observation, Xenia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She rolled it.
That 1 and a 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was you doing observation?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I was
3
busy groping around in the
successes.
dark to roll, so totally it was her.
That is 3 successes of observation, which is
Fire.
absolutely enough to find that the wall in front of you does indeed have a sort of a latch mechanism that you find, and you are able to slide it aside. And in front of you, on the other side of this hidden doorway, is a decently sized kind of kidney-shaped room. About halfway up in the room, there is a passage to the right, and on the left side, about 10 feet above the ground, is a small passage.
Have we been in this room before? Is it marked?
It's not
We
marked.
have
Oh,
we have been in a kidney-shaped room before then.
yes, we have.
I do recall that.
But you never marked it. You didn't start marking until the first intersection.
Everybody had 2 kidneys.
I do not remember there being a small passage 10 feet above the floor.
Yeah, you had to drop down into this one.
That's the one we dropped down into.
Yeah.
From, yeah.
Is water flowing from that?
Yeah. Water is dribbling down from that.
I remember that because I was looking for Vera and I had to hop down there. Right, was waiting for people, and then I hopped down. But yeah, that goes back out to the massacre where you guys tried to make a road.
The cursed sinkhole.
Okay, I say we double back and try the tighter hole. This time
Raising.
with Vaseline.
We'll have to go one at a time. There's no way we're squeezing too wide in there.
So there is a passage to the right. There is the passage behind you through the secret doorway. And there is the tiny passage up there on the left that you could probably squeeze through if you made a climbing check.
Hmm. Yeah, but we came from that way and we couldn't go back that way, could we?
You could go back. I don't know why you would. It doesn't
Yeah.
really help you get out.
Makes sense, yeah.
So we're going to backtrack and go back through the.
But
Small
I
passage
do
left.
need, before we do that, 1d5. One. Abertac. Roll me a discipline check, please. Unfortunately, I picked the person who probably has the highest discipline.
I don't know if it's the highest. But
Freaking and random generation dice.
I feel your pain.
yeah, that's 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You feel
Very good.
again a kind of a nervousness in the back of your head, calling, but it's dark. You've been taking passages.
Well, and I suspect this is an Acheronian thing. And did anybody bother to tell Vera the meaning of those pictograms?
The meaning of what?
The pictogram.
So long story short, these people stole the artifact we're looking for and then hid it here until they all were eaten by monsters.
We're not sure if it's the same artifact or not, but it's
Fair enough. I mean, look, anything, in the Acheronian days, you could just go to the 7-Eleven and buy evil artifacts. So, like,
The blood of slaves definitely stained many stones.
So in that case, real quick, before we go trying to climb up any passages or go through the other passages, you said you dropped down out of a passage that was into a kidney-shaped room.
So that long hallway that you were going through that had the pictographs, at the end of the hallway,
Right.
It dropped into this room.
Right. Okay. So it's confirmed, and this is that room. So instead of
If
taking
not, it looks a lot like it.
So instead of taking a circle, unless we want to double check at the base of that drop down that we have footprints or anything like that, or scuff marks on the rock or anything like that, we should
There
probably-
were several passages that the party did not take along the main passage, as well as you could always return.
It's not like
It was a bit of a labyrinth, but they did mark the intersections that they were at.
some of them after a point.
it.
Um,
I'm going to go ahead and mark this one after verifying that it is the one that we dropped out.
It is.
Okay. So that one I'm going to mark as like the main passage. In.
Okay.
cool.
I'm gonna throw it.
I'm gonna turn around and mark the unmarked door that just opened up.
Okay.
Do we want to backtrack to that small passage? Is that the closest unexplored passage?
By sheer distance, the closest unexplored passage would be up the main path, but it's roughly a tie.
I would go up the main path.
Okay.
We can always backtrack if need be.
I've been lost for what feels like forever in the dark,
Yeah.
so I'm no help. I'm
Main
following.
path?
Main path.
Okay. Party goes back forward upon the main path. And after a couple of minutes of moving forward, you come upon a slightly windy road. The passage widens out a little bit into an intersection. There are no snakes here at this one. There is a passage to the right. You have a mark that says one time you came from that passage, and you went forward both times. So once you came from that way, once you came from this way, both times you ended up going forward.
Pick another path, someone.
Move forward to the
You
next.
move forward. The path winds around to the left a little bit, again having a little engorged section before you get to an intersection. There is an intersection. You can make a 90-degree turn to the right or go straight. The marks on the wall show that one time you went straight and came back from straight, then took the intersection.
So we're going to the same place as we were.
There were times when we hit dead ends and came back. And the dead ends were marked with an X. Is this marked with an X?
Yes.
So then we need to take that path.
So you turn right.
Correct.
You take the right passage after only a minute or two of scrambling down this right passage. You come to an intersection. You can continue going straight or you can turn right. You find a mark that says you had turned right.
So then we try and go straight then. And I'll put an
Straight
arrow
would be a different way that you haven't gone yet.
there. Yeah, so I'll put an arrow this way.
And you're going straight.
Mm-hmm.
As you move straight, only another couple of minutes, the cave opens up into what can only be described as a Goliath cavern. I mean, like the size of an arena here. Your torchlight doesn't even come close to illuminating the top or the far sides of this room as it spreads out wide. Water, the stream of water that makes the natural stream that would normally be through here appears to be rushing higher than it would usually be, rougher, faster than it would usually be. As you can see the rivets where it would usually be, and it is now over-encompassing those bounds and starting to cover the entirety of the floor, making an already slightly unstable surface particularly slick and difficult to traverse.
Not good.
I say we stay up above where the water is collecting and try and stay to the drier of the pathways.
There's not really a pathway. This is just a big open area, and it kind of does this a little bit, but I mean, you could try to go along the left wall. You could try to go along the right wall. You could just go barrel straight through. What you can tell from the stream is it kind of goes to the right-ish a little bit before fading into the darkness. You do hear the hiss and trickle of water, of streams.
And the air moves with the water or no?
Yeah. Back behind you towards the kidney-shaped room.
Figures. That's it. What does the party say? I say stick to the walls. Don't walk out into the middle because the water could be hiding a fall.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, all right, good. Look at the ranger doing his thing.
At one point in time, if you remember last time, when you were going around one of the passages, you had an opening in the wall that opened over a large cavernous area that you couldn't see into. You had thrown a rock, and it just made it as far as you could throw. As you follow the right-hand wall, you notice a little bit of an alcove up above where it looks like there might be a passage up there and an opening into some sort of balcony-like alcove up there as you're following along the right wall.
Lovely.
For 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you are scrambling and slodging through this cavernous room without ever seeing the far wall or the ceiling or just across to the other side of the room. I need discipline checks from Abertac and Thornicius.
Please.
The darkness seems oppressive. Being unable to see these far walls, the distance, how far it is, you're losing sense of direction, sense of hope.
I got 2.
Oh, nice.
However, other than a brooding sense of anxiety and a desire to keep moving forward, nothing in particular, nothing crazy. But the
I
dark
try
is
to
oppressive.
rally people. Like I tell them, no matter how physically dark you think this is, our true enemy is darker in more than just physical ways. It is a spiritual darkness. Like the things that Acheron served, this is nothing compared to that. And this is why we have to keep going.
As you continue along the wall for several more minutes before it finally comes in, you can start to see the far wall. As you go in, the walls seem to come in. The walls and the ceilings almost collapse at the exact same moment. All of a sudden, you're at the end.
No
Warning.
You mean figuratively collapse?
Figuratively, it's like they just appeared within the very moment of your torchlight, as so close that you almost walked into the far wall before you realized the wall was even there. And then there's the ceiling, and the ceiling is low, smooth, like the rest of these tunnels have been, unnaturally smooth. But suddenly the ceiling is low and the wall is there, and there is a passage that appears to exit out of this room to the right, very deeply sharp to the right.
Have we been etching what these passageways and caverns look like?
No, just marks of where you've been.
So I guess we put an arrow on the wall and try that passage. See where we go.
We're at a dead end.
No, there's a passage in front of you, taking a sharp turn to the right at the end of this cavern.
Okay.
You take that passage and you walk down that passage. This passage is oppressive. It's warm. It's warm. The water is shin high at this point, making your movement slow. You can't see the very ground that you're on, so you're moving even slower to prevent from slipping an ankle or tripping or falling into a hole that you didn't see in front of you. As you go forward, after another 5 or 10 minutes forward travel, you come to a slightly engorged part of the passage.
Mm-mm. And we cannot see the floor in here, can we?
You cannot. It is dark. The torches reflect on the water.
Is there any movement in the water?
It would take an observation check, wouldn't it?
My assistant will assist.
That's 3 successes of observation. No, there is no movement in this engorged area, which you would expect, considering so many of these have had snakes in them. However, as you're looking around for the snakes, you notice a portion of the wall to the right of being suspiciously flat.
Familiarly suspiciously flat.
No. Not that you've ever been here before. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, of a similar design to the other suspiciously flat wall that we are
that we opened up.
Quite possibly, yes.
All right, so I need to check that wall or around there for a switch. Then I'm guessing it's going to look something like the one that Zinnia has already tripped.
With 3 observation successes, I'm just going to give it to you.
Okay.
The passage does continue forward. The passage that you're in does continue forward, but you find a secret door to the right,
Okay.
leading to a medium-sized, smooth, slightly rounded, little wider at the top passage, like so many of them that you have passed through so far.
Hey guys, I think I found something here, but I'm not sure if it's the way out or not. Do we want to check it?
Oh, yes. Yes, I
see
think we
that.
have to
All right.
check whatever we can.
Yep.
A hidden passage is more promising than the ones we're supposed to be going down. So yeah, sure, let's check it out.
So the party goes down this hidden passage, and you sludge and trudge through this water, slowing you down, exhausting you as you move through the water that has been seeping in from the bad weather above.
Told you we shouldn't have gone through this damn passage.
After 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of sludging through this, you come to an intersection, kind of a Y intersection in front of you. You can take a gentle right or a gentle left, and you have a mark on the wall saying that at one point in time you had come from the right and gone left.
But it doesn't say that we came back from that way.
You came from the right and went left. You have a mark on the wall saying that.
Should probably go back the other way then. Go back. We were coming and back through the secret door, then back along the way we were going. That was still just unexplored territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've already been through this way at one point or another.
Yes.
All right, turn around. We're going to turn around and go back.
Pull a 180, trudge another 10, 15, 20 minutes through the water, coming to that intersection with the secret door that you had found. Your mark says that you came from the left and then went behind you, and there is a passage to the right that you have not been through.
Mark that secret door with an X and go forward.
You proceed down this passage. There was going to be snakes ahead of you, but with the bad weather, they've kind of flushed them out a little bit, unfortunately. As you go down this passage, the passage kind of dips a little bit. You note the water getting deeper, the roof getting lower. What was once ankle high becomes knee high as you continue down this passage. What was knee high becomes waist high as you come down this passage.
Uh-oh. Guys, it's getting deep.
No.
What do we want to do?
You can continue down the passage. You've still got plenty of movement, but it's exhausting at this point, sloshing through this water.
Yeah.
If we're going further down, I mean,
Very discipline. If we're going farther down, he says.
sounds scary.
You done it.
Damn it. Why won't you guys fail discipline checks? Ugh. All right.
We do not lack discipline.
You have a feeling of a bit of anxiety, a bit of, we need to keep moving.
Okay, but do we want to keep moving down this hallway and the water getting deeper? Take a chance?
Yes, I mean, until we can't go any further, I think we need to.
Yeah. Let's give it a
Okay.
shot.
Push
The
forward.
party continues forward, and it never really makes it above mid-waist as you go down. And then after a period of time, you kind of loop around a bend a little bit, and then the path starts to come up again a little bit as it goes from waist high to knee high to ankle high to being entirely out of the water in a moldy, slightly slimy, but dry-ish passage continues forward. For several more minutes, until you come to a flat surface. On the flat surface in front of you, which appears to be a door, is a bust of a head of a serpent carved into this doorway in front of you. The
Imagine
doorway
that.
itself is perfectly round. Is perfectly round, and a good 9 feet across, 9 feet tall. Large doorway.
It's stone.
Yep, stone.
Any intricate patterns or calendar-like markings on it?
There is a bust of a serpent that has been inscribed into it, been chiseled into it.
Okay. Well,
What kind of stone?
Cave stone? I don't know. Stone.
Relatively soft, porous.
Flintstone.
It's just
Whole
stone.
pound stone?
Limestone? Cave stone? I don't know. It's stone.
So can I? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take. Which one am I comfortable chipping away with? I'm going to take my axe and chip away at a piece of the snake face, just for poops and grins, because I hate snakes. Not going to put all my effort into it because I don't want to break it, but break my weapon. But I just want to deface the snake stone.
Defacing the stone?
Yeah, I don't like snakes. Nah.
Okay. A craft roll. Just don't get a critical failure.
One.
Okay, no critical failure. You are able to scratch out and deface the serpent that has been inscribed into the stone door.
Draw a penis on its cheek.
I mean, you draw a cheek on its penis.
Yes.
You know what that means.
I pissed it off.
Do you open said door?
Do we know how to open it?
Yes, there's a latch on it.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's sorcery or what.
he turns.
Try to recognize that this is him.
around. Turn around, bright eyes.
Every little thing it puts apart.
And I need you more tonight.
By the way, chat, if you haven't seen it, watch the literal version of that song. Literally, it's literal version of oh god, I just blanked on the name of the song. Just go to YouTube, literal version, that song. God, what's the name of that song?
Every now and then I fall apart.
And I need you more than ever.
I think it's needs you more.
No, I don't think so. Just YouTube up for the literal version of it.
From the
It's
clips of
freaking
the heart.
hilarious. Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Yes. Literal version, Total Eclipse of the Heart. It's amazing.
That one.
I was just gonna say to bring up Shazam and start singing to it.
So you open the door.
Oh wait, can I make a? I don't know if it's sorcery or what kind of roll to try to recognize. Is this Yig the serpent thing?
Yes, I think this would probably be. There's not a history per se. There's a lore. That's it.
It's
It would be a
Yeah,
lore
I'll try it. I need to raise my lore stat, but let's try it.
Your lore is a
Not
9
great.
and a 2. Hey, that's a double success right there. One, you know Acheron was obsessed with serpents. The serpent gods and the serpent servants and serpent beasts. You also know that in the passage that you saw, it was referencing Acheronian sorcerers that they were fleeing from. The contemporary of the people that were found dead in here are Acheronian slaves. So you are sure that this door was created by an Acheronian activity of some sort, action of some sort. This cave, unchiseled and natural-ish though it seems, is definitely not truly a natural cave inhabited by so many serpents and mutant serpents.
Mhm. All right, so we're moving forward.
Are you opening the door?
I will mutter a prayer to the bright gods and tell everyone, don't look any snakes in the eyes. And then open it.
Abertech says, don't look any snakes in the eyes as he opens the door. On the far side of the door, you see a chamber, a decent-sized chamber. There is an unnatural light illuminating this chamber. This chamber itself is kind of shaped. The wall that you're on kind of makes a U-shape forward into a flat wall on the far side. On the far side, you see what appears to be another doorway of some sort, even larger than the one you're on. This one isn't rounded, however. This one is in the shape of a cobra head, full hood out passage. The door, though, is closed, but the odd thing is, where is this illumination coming from? In the middle of this room is a pedestal. And on top of that pedestal is a bust, a statue of a serpent head, a cobra head, with the full cobra flailing out. The light appears to be coming from two rubies set upon its eyes.
Don't look at the eyes.
The open mouth it has, with the fangs coming out of it, is stained black with what you can only assume to be blood.
Does it have any resemblance to how they depicted the artifact in the pictures, the pictograms?
The artifact in the pictogram was like a wavy lined circle sort of thing.
Oh, I can see the resemblance.
Is there anything else in this room?
There is nothing else that you note with a cursory look.
Unnatural glowing eyes.
No. I'm going to suggest that everybody stand here and let me go in.
Well, let's take a look around in this room first.
Did you want the thief to steal it?
No.
I'm going to steal it.
You're cursed enough.
I was going to say, I wouldn't touch
Maybe the
the
curses will fight each other. And
So
then
right now, the party
No,
is
be normal.
standing outside this door, looking into a room illuminated red from a light within a pair of rubies set in this cobra statue's eyes. The mouth of the cobra stained black with blood. Door on the far side, shaped like a cobra with its hood out. And you're just looking around. Yep, that's a room. That is definitely a room.
And you roll me. I want to roll and you're going to assist me with this. So he's going to assist me in rolling a perception
Observation.
observation roll. Obviously, nobody's going to set rubies out like that in the wide open without some kind of defenses. You know,
I mean, they might do that as an object of worship.
Except these people didn't worship.
or
These
it could
people were
be
trying to.
And how many traps have we run into already?
They do worship snakes.
Well, but these people were the slaves running away from it. Very
This
much.
does not appear to be created by slaves. Much like the
Oh.
serpent on the door, this is
I see.
Acheronian.
Okay.
This is not
No.
Atlantean. This is Acheronian.
Unless somebody stops me, I'm walking that way towards the thing and hefting up my warhammer.
2d20 and then roll 1d20.
Is the party going into the room as well with him as Abertak unslings his hammer, holds it tightly, takes a deep breath, and walks into the room?
First,
I'll be right behind him.
make our observations, make sure there's no traps.
If you're doing an observation check, you kind of have to go into the room to observe, to look around.
Checking at the door itself for tripwires or anything else, and then moving out from there.
Okay. Are you preventing him from going in before you do your search?
I would prevent him. I would hold.
I'll let him look.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your observation roll for looking around the door itself for traps?
So I had 2 successes, and then Zinnia was helping me, and I believe she had a success as well.
Okay. The only thing that you note is that the floor is slightly elevated by about a half an inch in the room as opposed to in the hallway. The floor in here is a worked floor. It is not a natural floor. It is an obviously worked, built, handmade. I don't want to say man-made, but I mean, one could say man-made if you assume that what made it was a man. But it is crafted floor.
Crafted floor meaning that there's cracks and fissures of some sort.
Floor tiles.
Yes.
Yeah, of stones.
Is there any kind of motif, pattern to the floor?
It's a relatively basic pattern itself. In the room itself, I mean, there's a worked floor. It is stone tiled. The walls have there are several like pillars that are built into the wall itself on what would be corners of the room if the room wasn't rounded, but
Right.
the room is rounded, so it's like edges of the room. There are pillars, but the pillars aren't out in the middle of the room. The pillars are on the walls themselves.
So can I just put something out there for discussion? Thornicius, if you're so concerned, before I got lost, I found a room full of skeletons when I first got into these caves, and I took an ornate 2-hand broadsword from one of them. You could always use something like that to poke at the tiles before you go stepping on them, in case you trigger a trapdoor or something, or a booby trap or something.
Good idea.
Here, have an ornate broadsword that I stole from a skeleton.
An Atlantean ornate broadsword, actually. From
Right.
Atlantis.
Well,
Almost certainly.
this is almost too pretty to use.
Don't break it. It's
Yeah.
mud.
Take it back. I have a spear.
Okay, yeah, that's cheap and breakable. Yeah, sure, go for it.
Take it back. I don't want this. I want to use my spear. I'm going to use my spear, and I'm going to poke at the floors as we move forward, moving towards the middle of the room.
And the party's coming up behind you, I'm assuming.
I'm guessing, yes.
Okay.
Follow my lead. Don't
Not
step
within
anywhere
traps.
I don't step.
We'll let him have a couple of steps
Yeah.
ahead just in case he gets wiped out by a booby trap. But
I'm
yeah,
also listening to the spear tip, and if it changes tone when I tap on a stone,
Abertak and Veri, roll me discipline. It's always you two. He didn't succeed.
She lost the probability.
Abertak failed, and Veri succeeded with a complication.
Now I do, however, I think it lets me re-roll at least one.
you should know, Prom. That's a failure plus a complication.
Oh, that's not even a success on your discipline. Your discipline is a 9.
Yeah.
And I get to re-roll. And I get to re-roll one.
fall to your knees and go, no!
Okay.
All right. I got to re-roll one of my d20s because of my courageous talent.
All right. You
And
feel
that actually winds
anxiety.
up being 2 successes.
You feel the anxiety of being underground, like you've been feeling, tingle at the back of the head that you just got to keep moving.
Oh, I'm more worried about what's in front of me.
Verai, you are drawn to the pedestal, and you hear a voice, not from the pedestal. Maybe calling it a voice might even be far-fetched. But there is a need, a desire, a feeling to free me, find me, free me, find me, free me, find me.
Guys, I'm gonna steal it.
It is not coming from the pedestal, but you are the free me, find me is not coming from the pedestal, but you are drawn forward through the door, the big cobra door in front of you, and you know the pedestal is the key.
Teddy, we're going in.
Teddy's eyes are glowing the same color as the rubies on the serpent.
Oh no. Verai's eyes are glowing.
No.
Teddy's eyes.
The
Teddy
Teddy's
bear.
eye.
Yeah.
Oh, the teddy
The
bear's
curse of
eyes.
teddy bear.
Oh, God.
Every time that teddy bear has anything to do, it is ruinous.
That's why I keep him around.
All right, so y'all are in this room. There's the door behind you. There is the cobra-shaped door in front of you. There's a pedestal. There's the 4 pillars. There's the tiles floor.
And Verai is just walking straight for the pedestal, right?
I'm being drawn to it, but am I just walking past him as he's slowly?
Oh, you're still in control of yourself, but you know the pedestal is the key to moving forward, and you need to move forward. You have to find it, free it. You
I'm
feel it.
stealing it. I'm gonna steal it. I mean, yeah.
Not the
Here I go.
pedestal. Something. There is something ahead. You need to find, free, take.
Muted.
And you know the pedestal is the key. As
Right,
the
right.
party's just kind of milling out in here,
I'm still in control. I'm waiting. So
there's a pedestal in the center of this room. On top of the pedestal is a statue of a cobra, full hooded cobra. There are 2 rubies in its eyes. Its mouth is open. Its fangs out, almost so realistic looking, and it's almost like it's almost like it's real and dripping poison, like it's a petrified snake more than a statue of a snake. The artistry required to make this would be immaculate to do it. The mouth itself is covered in a blackness, a darkness that you can only assume to be layers of blood in its
Right.
mouth.
I'm curious if Thornicius is heading towards the pedestal or if he's heading around it.
Thornicius is looking around the room, looking at the edges and the walls and the floors.
Well then, because I don't want to break my sword, I'll pull out the ornate two-hander, and I will poke at the cobra on the pedestal. See if I trigger anything.
Verai grabs that blade and pokes at the pedestal a little bit to see if something happens, and well, something does happen. The door behind you slams shut. A rumbling above you in the ceiling, a vibration in the floors. And the ceiling begins oh so slowly to lower along those 4 pillars.
Did you
Damn
ever
it,
check
Teddy!
that?
I told you not to touch anything.
So since the ceiling's going to start slowly coming down, I'm going to just try to reach out and try to pick up the snake head with the glowing ruby eyes. Does
It's
it
attached
move?
to the pedestal. It's all one piece of stone.
Ah,
I don't even get to steal it.
No time. Gotta go. Out of this room.
Gotta go where?
Where are you going? They have to close
Isn't
it.
there-
The door slams shut behind you.
Yeah.
The door in front of you is closed.
You gotta
Y'all figure out a way to open that snake door in front of us. I'm gonna try to pry out these snake eye rubies that are glowing like Teddy. He needs an extra spare pair.
Abertac, do you want to roll a sorcery check for me? As Verai starts pulling a knife in order to start popping the rubies out of this, the glowing rubies out of this obviously intricate, altery statue.
Got one.
You don't know what's going on, but you kind of have a feeling that's a bad idea.
Look, I think it's cursed. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I wasn't able to stop him from grabbing the sword either. So
You guys got to figure out how to open a door as the ceiling is closing. You ain't got time to worry about this
you're
pedestal.
the thief. Figure out. There's going to be a mechanism on that thing.
searching for a way to open the door. Since we've had success in the past, let's try that.
As the ceiling continues to lower.
Look for a mechanism that around that thing to open the other door. And figure out what you did and undo it.
Is there anything? I'll go up to the cobra door while the ceiling is slowly closing on us. Is there anything interesting that I can see or of note on the door?
Go to.
The cobra design itself is very intricate. It is very artistically made in a ancient fashion on its own.
I'm sorry. Go back.
You can give me an observation check if you're
Yes.
truly studying the door itself.
So you made it. See. Yeah. So me and Xenia were looking at the door. I got a success, and she got a success.
Okay. At the cobra door or the exit door or the entrance door?
The entrance door, I guess. Not
Okay.
the one we came through, but the one on the far side of the wall room.
I got a success.
All right. So for those of you looking at the entrance door, as the ceiling lowers, the door opens in. As the ceiling lowers, it immediately prevents that door from being opened because it can no longer open in as the ceiling is blocking it.
Right. So the far room, the far door is the one that we were looking at.
You said the door you came in.
No,
No, the opposite.
no, the opposite door.
The cobra door.
Yes.
Like, okay. It's very ornate. It is very intricate, very artistic cobra on it. But as far as any sort of a latch or a door handle or a keyhole, you find no signs.
It's got to be something to do with the pedestal. That's
What
what
did you
triggered
hear,
it.
Vera?
That's- I wanna
to
roll since I'm here at the pedestal. I'm trying to pry the eyes out. Can I observe that? Like, or Abertac, you want to?
I'm assuming they're
You
vocalizing
need to
what
figure
you're
out
finding.
what you did and figure out how to undo it.
I
Well, I
turned.
want you to take a look at this before I go prying the eyes out, just in case
No,
there are buttons
Pry
here.
the eyes out. Look for the mechanism first.
I was
I'm
going to
gonna
say.
see if I'm prying the eyes out. But let's see if we got a button.
Use the statue. Whatever you were doing, don't pry the eyes out, but use it. Maybe turn it towards the door.
I might finally have a party wipe team.
A party.
Two
wipe.
successes.
Everybody.
2 successes to do what?
I'm looking at the pedestal for any levers, latches, buttons, anything like that. I'm trying to figure out. This is supposed to be one solid pedestal. I'm not supposed to be able to pick up the snake head, the cobra head, right? But I poked it with a sword, so it triggered the ceiling to start coming down, right?
Yep.
So obviously, there's something there that should be some sort of a button or a lever. If there's not, then it's a solid piece of rock that emanates from the floor, and I can't pick the damn thing up, and there's no other signs of levers or anything like that, then there should be nothing preventing me from carving the ruby eyes out of this thing.
Or try turning
See if
it.
it turns. I like those are
Rotate it.
Yeah, rotate it.
As you
All these
study,
things.
as you study this pedestal, you find that it is one solid piece of rock, solid, strong rock. A pedestal with the top part of it shaped into the shape of a snake. There are no switches, no levers, no platforms, no pressure switches.
Did you say the front of its jaw had blood down it?
Yes, its mouth is stained with ancient
Offer it
blood.
blood. Clearly, somebody's been doing that here.
Feed Teddy.
The rooftop, the ceiling comes ever closer, ever lower.
You offer it blood.
All right, if he won't, I will. I'll just hold my hand out, let him slash it, and try to smear blood on it where the other blood is.
You take a knife to your palm, drip a couple of drops into its mouth, and lo and behold, the ceiling reverses course almost immediately as the first drop hits it.
Oy.
That large cobra door opens up. Beyond the cobra door is a worked passage, still roundish, wider at the top, and a worked passage leading forward into what we can only find out about next week.
Somebody
Now,
owes me a
I carve
tetanus
the
shot.
eyes out of it.
Ladies
Let
and
us
gentlemen,
get out
we
of
are
here
so happy for you guys to be here with us. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the beginning, but we're happy that you're here. Check out the Architects of Fate the rest of the week. Tomorrow we have Call of the Netherdeep. Wonderful. I'm a player in that. Some of our chat members here are players in that. It's a ton of fun. Join us. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. for Call of the Netherdeep, episode 9, titled "Nice Seeing You Here." After a violent introduction to Basil Stani Bizarre, Boltar's Banditos head into the city proper to get their questions answered. Thursday, the 9th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Squad 51 faces off against supernatural horrors spawned from a rift that are terrorizing Tritonia and Rifts. What was it called? Rifts Seawolves. Friday the 10th at 8 p.m. join Simon the Cat and Rufus the Robot to create the new Star Trek story, Chazar Jobbing, I think, on Cookie Trek this Friday. A tale from the future about a spatial anomaly, alien stereotypes, and a clobbered crew member that you will get to help write. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a raid going on. Go be cool, be chill with them. We thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We love you. Good night.